Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you're not in the free Discord, go join it. It is first link down below. But we're going to make the same kind of video that I made last week, which was going over what I would expect for this upcoming week, going into the week, and how I'll be playing out the days, right? This week, obviously, well, very well, obviously, could play out differently than what I anticipate because Trump was shot and dropped the hardest picture of all time. So this could play out differently. I'm not saying it won't, but it could. I could be completely incorrect. Always can be. That's why we play day to day. But we're going to be going over what I expect from day to day. So going into Monday, we have Empire State Manufacturing at 8:30 and Powell speaking at 12. Now, what would I expect for the morning session? Since this isn't like FOMC or anything, I don't even know what he's talking about. I just got on the charts for the first time since Friday, and I have no clue what he's talking about or anything. So if it's not even that important, obviously anytime Powell speaks, it's labeled red folder because he could impact the markets within milliseconds. But I'm going to trade the morning session. If there's no setups, I'll come back around lunch and see if there's anything that sets up. But I'll be looking to trade from 8:30 to about 10:30. I'm not going to go over that because Powell speaks at 12. The market will probably just wait for him. So if we look at the charts, NQ has closed within this weekly's candle range. So what does that mean, right? Whenever a daily candle, weekly candle closes within a candle's range, we usually see that previous week or previous daily low or high, depending on which way it closed, low or high. So I would expect this internal range liquidity to be taken, right? We could drive a little deeper, maybe into this long wick, CE of this wick, down here at 177. We could see that. If we want to go down to the 1 hour, we could maybe the 4 hour since it's a little cleaner. Ooh, let me get these red lines off. Let's see if there is like a standard deviation that aligns with this. So -2 is right under it. We could see that potentially. I'm not saying we will, but for NQ, I would expect, right, if we head down to the 4 hour, right here is that weekly fair value gap. So fair value gap, that's the weekly imbalance right here marked out. I would expect this to get traded into, right? We did create this 4 hour imbalance, but since we have reached into a premium, and we have formed an SMT with this CPI high with ES, right? If we take a look at ES absolutely ripped. Wait, did we take it? Yeah, we took it. Yeah, we took that high. I would expect this SMT to hold, this big 4 hour liquidity void to hold, and this premium, right? We came into a premium to end up holding. Now, we did create a 1 hour as well. So if the overnight session maybe wants to trade a little higher up into here, that would be okay, right? We have order blocks right here. We sweep out these highs inside of a 1 hour, 4 hour imbalance. So we could respect these up close candles, which would be ideal, right? And then we trade lower into that weekly imbalance, right? I would expect this to be completely disrespected. Now, do we get there Monday? I don't know. I don't know if we'll get there Monday. So if this 1 hour wants to create a range, so let's say this is the low that the overnight session puts in, and we create something like this, trade up into here, New York session starts to open, and then we get this to sweep out these lows in the internal structure, that would be totally fine with me, right? We could place something in the range over here to target this sell side, and then going into Tuesday, expect this low. And then we have core retail sales and retail sales dropping at 8:30 on Tuesday. So that could be the news driver to send us to that weekly imbalance. Now, Wednesday, I would expect after we hit that weekly imbalance to create some structure on the 4 hour down here and then displace out, hit that imbalance, and then we can target these highs going into the rest of the week. And then maybe the upcoming week, we target this high. So I would be relatively bearish at the beginning of the week. Now, if this 4 hour, let's say the opposing happens, right? Thursday, we do have unemployment claims, so that could be the driver to send us higher after Tuesday sends us lower. But let's say the opposing happens, right? So let's say this big 4-hour bullish imbalance, it's not even big, I don't know why I said that. Let's say this 4-hour imbalance ends up holding us as we wake up on Monday morning, and we have some displacement on the hourly, and it looks like the internal structure is respecting whatever hourly was created right here. I would expect us to just drive up into this high. Now, Monday obviously could drive us the whole way up here, but I wouldn't expect it to. So I'm going to play this relatively bearish going into the week, and then later on in the week I'll start to look for longs. Now, if, like what I just said, if this starts to respect bullish PD arrays at the beginning of the week, I would play this high. I would play up to this high and then wait for structure, and then see if we want to roll over, or if we just want to continue. Like, we are in a very bullish market. If we want to continue straight to this high, we're gonna. So playing it by the day and playing it by the hourly and 4-hour candles. So overall, I would expect this and ES the same exact thing. Now, maybe we create an SMT, right? Maybe ES doesn't tap into here. Maybe. So that could also happen, but same exact concept on the ES chart as the NQ. That's what I would expect. Moving on to oil. Oil has just been stuck, like, look at this. So we had this like broadening formation on the daily happening right here. So we had this broadening formation happening right here on the daily chart. Dump, right, power of 3, accumulate, dumps, and then we pump straight up. So honestly, I don't even know what to expect on oil. I haven't traded this in a while, but we have held this bullish imbalance. We did tap into this daily imbalance, and it looks like we could end up holding this. Maybe we want to come down and take out this low, which probably is weekly imbalance. Yeah, it's a weekly imbalance, which I could expect us to dive into and end up holding this 4-hour PD array right here to drive down to this sell side. Really, there is nothing. I mean, yeah, I'd expect maybe this low, and if we want to continue to hold this bullish imbalance, maybe take out this low and then take us higher. We could do that as well. But oil is another thing I would take day by day, right? If we want to look at the 15-minute, it did give us a clear market maker sell model down here on the 15-minute. We put in a high during London session on Friday. New York comes up, takes out these highs. We have a unicorn set up right here, and this is what I was eyeballing to take a short on. We come up to OTE, a breaker, fair value gap, and we continue the sell-off on Friday. So that was a beautiful short right there, and that would be, this is how I would play the day-to-day, right? I wouldn't really put a lot of emphasis on this daily and weekly chart until it clears up. Obviously, the weekly broke structure to the upside, imbalance, so the impulse drive lower happens at this high. We break through that high with displacement, this imbalance, so I could expect us to come down into this imbalance, maybe even fill it up the whole way and come into CE of this wick breaker and then drive up to these highs, and then we do have relatively equal highs over here. So I'd remain bullish. Now going into the week, I don't know what I would expect, to be honest. So oil, just take it day by day. Now silver looks primed to go to these monthly equal highs. Silver looks great to go to these equal highs, right? What did the weekly chart do? Created those equal highs, continues to hold this weekly imbalance right here. We finally got huge displacement out, and we do have another weekly imbalance right here. Now, it does look like this overnight session could drive us down into this, actually. And then we could sweep it, maybe take out this low as well, and then get 4-hour displacement up, and then we could find longs to target this high and then this high right here. Yeah, 4-hour looks primed. Original consolidation, and then, oh my gosh, this looks great. Low resistance liquidity. Yeah, this looks good to go higher. to those equal highs. So gold, we do have equal lows down here, right? Triple equal lows right here, but we do also have an SMT at these lows. So this is going to be a future target on gold, but I would expect all-time highs to be taken beforehand just because of this displacement up, right? Silver took these lows, oil. Gold doesn't need to take these lows. With this displacement out, I could expect us to come trade into this. What's the weekly? The weekly way down here. So I'd expect daily to trade into here, take us to this high. Maybe we don't even take this low. We could just go straight to that high. 4-hour PD array maybe. We're trading inside of this. Could come down to a discount. So gold still obviously primed to go to this buy side. Once again, original consolidation up here. Gold or silver does look a lot cleaner. Gold doesn't really have all that low resistance liquidity. So silver looks to be a better play here. So that I'd expect bullish silver gold going into this upcoming week. Maybe a little sell-off at the Monday and Tuesday, and then up the rest of the week. Oil, take it day by day. Nasdaq and ES. I gave you 2 scenarios that could happen. So, yeah, that's going to be the video. Join the free Discord. I'm out of here. Peace.